So my tongue, my ears were kind of feeling in a rush. I felt the blood in there. But in my tongue, I wasn't really feeling something until I moved it. So in my tongue, in the middle, when you see the tongue, it grew in size, but not as much as you would think. It was just also a bit white, but you know, due to the growth. But if I moved it, it hurt because it was hard, like a brick in the middle. And then in the middle it burnt. It was like, and I was not able with the tip of my tongue to touch my upper front teeth. I was trying, but I couldn't put the tongue right there. I'm not telling you any jokes. I'm not exaggerating. That's what I was kind of taking in the horror of this experience as a measurement. Because when you look at your tongue and you're in distress, you cannot say, has it grown some more or has it gotten better? But when I realized that my tongue wouldn't touch the upper row of my front teeth, I went like, okay, I'm gonna try that again and again, and so I can tell, is it getting worse or is it getting better? So before I had left the house, it was starting to get better. I didn't feel as leathery and immobile, and the tongue was still swollen, and I probably sounded very weird, but yeah, the rush in my ears wasn't gone, and my eyes were still swollen, and I had these red things all over. Like here it was very hard, here and here, all red. I was once at the doctor's office, and he gave me a lot of peaks, you know, stitches into my arm, and then he put some remedies of strawberry and hazelnut and corn and all sorts of stuff onto these wounds, and then he said, we'll wait and see. Nothing like that has happened then, wasn't. But now this one was like, whoa, something severely gone wrong. So not with my immune system, I cannot intake anymore. You know, I got rashes anyhow, so yeah. I'm sorry to have to say so many negative things, but talking is about getting it out. Now that I have, like at the homeopath, been able, like when you have an appointment at the homeopath's, he goes listening to you for like an hour, 1.5, so that all your sorrows have been heard by someone. And that one actually takes away a lot of the stress, and that one helps cure. Might be the only thing that actually cures you at the homeopath, because the remedies might just be on top of that and double the kind of the effect of this you know, placebo, because talking isn't, yeah, well, a placebo in a way it is. Because how could you know then, you know? Yeah, well, in any case, I'm sure that in the Germanic medicine, it also says that if you have some problem that you can't get off your chest, it will either start to, and then they have a real system. They kind of go through with you. It starts to, they can tell you the illness you get, like the psychological thing that's bothering you tells them where you get your illness, and it has to be something you can't get rid of yourselves or you can't solve by yourself. It has to be something you can't turn away from. Not just like not having found a parking lot. It has to be someone died, some illness you hear of. So that's why a homeopath heals a lot, by just listening. Once you've told all the things, and even if it's a cat or a dog you tell about your problems, you feel relieved. Also, a dog kind of mirrors you, so you actually feel like communicating. Not so much with a cat, you know that cats are kind of, remember we started here today, cats are kind of stubborn and just sort of, you know, doing their own thing, so you cannot really say that there is a communication going on. But nevertheless, this is so good. I don't drink this one because it doesn't say drinking water. So yeah, I'm so glad there is this possibility of these YouTube videos. And yeah, also not just the talking about the stuff happening, it's also to put things into relation. So once you've said something about something you're going through, then you kind of say to yourself, okay, now let's say we talk about a rubbish bin that hasn't been taken to the place where you have to deposit it in Switzerland, and then you find someone that would call the police, and they would then not really put that person, you know, where they belong to, but let them run off. Something like that one happens. So then you go, okay, now that I have told you that, I put things into relation, meaning I'm saying, I haven't talked to you about someone that has stabbed me with a knife, have I? Good. So the relation between those two kind of occurrences would be, the rubbish bag would be on the bottom of seriousness, kind of from 1 to 100, and then stabbing someone with a knife would be 80 at least, if not 100. So yeah, you see, so you put things into relation by talking about them. So then you kind of, even if no one is listening, or if someone is listening and you're not saying the relationship or the relation that comes into your mind, it helps you because you actually have it going on, like, you know, silently. Oh, it's good, I don't have to talk about, like when I told you about the 2 days in prison, now I don't have to talk about a lifetime in prison. And I told you I'm not going to die in there, so, you know, if they let me die, because they have all the power throughout these 2 days. So that's a thing I have to think about. Why not pay 200 Swiss francs and then be safe from dying? Because, you know, that's the police. They can do whatever. So if I just pay that, my life is worth as much as that. So I need to play like Euro Millions and get a lot of money in the nearby future so that I can do so. They have still not mended the wall. Probably it's not possible to do so. You know, this one came down here. Can you see the edge? I'm not allowed to show the building because in Switzerland when you show buildings, it's architecture someone has created, so you need to pass by. But if I pass by, you don't see what part of the wall I'm talking about. It's not so easy to distinguish. Whee! So that's for the birds and whoever wants to have it. I don't want to get ill by those nuts. Then pecan as well for the birds or whoever wants it. And this one too. whoever wants it. 5 kilos. So they don't get too much during winter time this time. And that one are the cracks, new ones. So this whole hill really is moving. And here are the hazelnuts. Stinks a bit. Yeah.